Good Morning Night Vale is brought to you by The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine, a new independently produced and crowdfunded 10-episode original audio drama. Set in a deceptively familiar world of electronic surveillance and machine-mediated communication, The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine follows Lydia Ryan and her friends, lovelorn Ethan and wannabe internet sensation Dee, as they struggle to unravel the mystery of her mother's disappearance. Escape the sinister Fontaine family, and survive the feud over her grandfather's supernatural legacy. It weaves bitter family drama and high-stakes intrigue with fantasy and cyberpunk elements to create a surreal mystery about secrets and grudges, old books, big data, and the promise of infinite knowledge. And do not forget the talking birds. It's a full-cast production with original music and a bespoke soundscape presented through a series of found-footage-style surveillance recordings. And it's important to note, this show was made entirely without generative AI. Even the computers are voiced by human actors. Episodes are free, and you can start listening right now with the Season 1 finale due to come out on August 16th. For more information, go to lydiadisappears.com. and find The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine wherever you get your podcasts and start listening from the beginning.
Insurance isn't one size fits all, and shopping for it shouldn't feel like squeezing into something that just doesn't fit. That's why drivers have enjoyed Progressive's Name Your Price tool for years. With the Name Your Price tool, you tell them what you want to pay, and they show you options that fit your budget. Enough hunting for discounts, trying to calculate rates, and tinkering with coverages. Maybe you're picking out your very first policy, or maybe you're just looking for something that works better for you and your family. Either way, they make it simple to see your options. No guesswork, no surprises. Ready to see how easy and fun shopping for car insurance can be? Visit Progressive.com and give the Name Your Price tool a try. Take the stress out of shopping and find coverage that fits your life, on your terms. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Numbers don't lie.
But humans using numbers lie all the time.
Good morning, Night Vale.
Good morning, no matter what time of day it is, to all of you. My name is Meg, and I am one of your tri-hosts on this lovely podcast. I play Deb, a sentient patch of haze.
And I'm Hal. I'm another tri-host, and I play Steve Carlsberg. That's what's different.
And it's me, Symphony. And I play Tamika Flynn on Welcome to Night Vale. And we are here to talk to you about every episode of Welcome to Night Vale. Not all in this one episode, though. You know, we go painstakingly one by one and break down the stories, some backstage info, and our personal perspectives because we are cast members, bringing you the real juice. And today is April 28th. It's a Wednesday, a hump day. Should we talk about this episode?
Yes, here's the original description of episode 87, The Trial of Hiram McDaniels. It's the trial of the century.
That really described it.
Yep. You don't need to bring sand to the beach, you know?
Really, I mean, this trial is wild. It starts out wild and ends wild. I was not expecting it to end. I was expecting it to end in similar fashion, but like not the way I didn't expect to feel the way I felt about it. And I'm sure we'll get to that at the end, but let's start at the beginning. It's a very good place to start. Hiram is on trial. You know, we're like, okay, we've got the Troy Walshes in there. We've got the AI dragons and then some human people and whatnot. But some other random stuff starts happening. These strangers start getting in the way.
Because I mean, there was like the biggest threat to the strangers was Hiram, because Hiram
Right.
was like, let me out of prison. Let me take care of these strangers. Like, I got this. Like, I'm literally a 5-headed dragon. And these strangers were not going to have that be a possibility. And they've infiltrated the court.
Right.
And no one is stopping them.
And no one's stopping them because they're afraid. I think it's like one of the biggest miscarriages of justice that we've seen. I know we've never had a trial in Night Vale before, but like, and they didn't really know how to like handle all of that. But like, it really bugs me that they went through all these painstaking computer programming to make the AI and try and give him a fair trial and all this stuff, and then end up doing this, letting the strangers come in. And I still stand by my statement that we should let Hiram do whatever he wants to those stupid strangers. I'm mad.
I agree.
Because Hiram is one of us. Hiram is a Night Valian. Even if he is a literal 5-headed dragon who tried to like
kill Dana.
Yeah. But he didn't.
Didn't get away with it. Isn't that justice?
Right.
Isn't that an example of the system working?
Rather than the death penalty?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
What a heavy ending.
So heavy.
I mean, I know there's a lot to discuss with it, but just this concept, just to talk about this entire concept start to finish. The jury is loaded. It results in the death penalty, which means that one innocent head will die because they all will die.
Right.
Isn't that a metaphor for the death penalty if there wasn't one?
Yeah.
And we really only have like one witness because before everything gets infiltrated, and it's Dana. And Dana was, when they're like, do you swear to tell the whole truth? She literally spills the whole beans, and most of the people can't listen to it, won't listen to it, run out of the room, plug their ears, saying la, la, la,
That's the whole truth, though. And the whole truth in Night Vale's got to be.
And the whole truth that the mayor knows.
Yeah.
They know about hooded figures and the city where the bodies are buried, literally and figuratively.
Where all the aliens are. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's a lot. I thought that was funny, though, where they're like, you got to tell the truth. She's like, all right, here we go. Are you sure? All right, let's grip it and rip it. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and the way that at the end of that, she just like, she was done. And then he describes it as Dana unfurled the shadows within her. And then she was done. She said, thank you, nodded to the judge, nodded to Hiram, collected her belongings, and walked out of the courtroom. Do you think she was unburdened by at least speaking those things out loud?
And then she didn't have to be the only one,
Even if she was still the only, not the only one, because Hiram heard, right? Now he's a dragon who knows too much.
I just love the imagery of everybody having their minds completely blown, and then the silence, and you only hear the sound of her shoes on the floor as she walks out.
Yeah.
And like the little like gate, like
the little short gate between the jury and the
short gate. Yeah.
It's good. It's very good.
I've actually never had to. Have you ever had to testify for anything?
No. I've never even had jury duty because the
Me
two times
either.
I've been called, I get called like it's for some reason whenever I am just about to move or have just moved is when I get called in my previous like jurisdiction. Like right after I moved out of Massachusetts, I got a letter being like, hey, you're called for jury duty. I'm like, I don't live in Massachusetts anymore, so I'm not going to do that. And then right after I moved out of Brooklyn, they called me and I was like, I don't live in Brooklyn anymore, so I can't do this, but thank you. So all you have to do is move, and that's how you get called for jury duty. It's actually really funny. I was talking, my dad is a lawyer, and he doesn't do too many trials, but he occasionally does trials. And I was talking to him today when I was prepping this episode, and he was prepping for his first like post-COVID world in real life / hybrid trial.
Wow.
So it's like the jury is on Zoom, but the courtroom is like a stage, and it's like kind of, so like there can be in
Weird.
real life witnesses, but there also can be Zoom witnesses, and it's presented to the jury, and the jury is like monitored by one of the clerks to make sure they're paying attention, and like
What?
but the lawyers are in the court. Like I'm like, how's that gonna work? Like he's like, he's like, oh, there's cameras and I'm mic'd, and like
He's doing a full production of 12 Angry Men.
yeah. And he's been
I was going to say, I was an alternate juror once at a case that involved someone being, I believe, shot and killed.
Oh, wow.
No, just shot, not killed. Shot, not killed. And there were two alternates, the full jury. Then one juror had to be excused, I think, because they were sick or something. And then they did a random drawing between the two of us to see who would be put on the jury, and it was the other person.
Dang.
So that I just sat there paying attention, but like it's tough. It's tough being an alternate juror because then you go sit in the jury pool while you wait for everybody else that you're there with to go make the decision. You have no power, no responsibility, nothing, which is weird. But also getting to see how it worked.
But you still have to be there?
Yeah, you have to, because if you have to be there every day, you have to sit in an area a little bit separate from the jury box. And I mean, in this courthouse, at least, that's where we sat. There may be other places where alternate jurors sit in other courts, but you have to see the entire trial, because if halfway through you're brought in, you can't be a fresh set of eyes and ears. You have to have the same information that everybody else has.
Oh, damn.
But it was very different from all the movies and TV shows I watched, and that was a big disappointment.
Oh, like less exciting?
Yeah, for this judge didn't even want the lawyers approaching the jury box. Like, if they got near, the judge would be like, nope, back to your podium.
Oh,
You got to go stand at a podium when you were talking.
like debate.
Yeah, there was no like leaning on the front going, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, at the end of this trial, one thing is going to be crystal clear, and that is that my client is innocent. Who here has ever, and then nothing like that. Nothing.
My favorite
my
type of
cousin Vinny.
No, my cousin Vinny.
these Utes. My favorite type of TV or like fake lawyer is like, I'll say, I'm just a simple country lawyer. I don't know about you fancy city folk, but way we do around here.
Folks around here
Don't think like that now. We put on our pants one pant leg at a time while making grits. The Children's Fun Fact Science Corner was wild.
Sometimes things get poetic, you can't stop it once it starts.
Yep.
In the last episode, we talked about the styles of the two writers and whether you could tell whose is what's its. But I always think of prose and poetry stuff as Jeffrey stuff. So I know I told you I don't think about it, and I generally don't.
Yeah,
but I do remember being like, oh, this is a nice poem. Maybe Jeffrey did this.
See, I think of it as a Joseph thing. That's so funny.
I think of Jeffrey as more of the poet. However, Joseph wrote this poem.
Well, I loved it. I thought it was wild and such a different way to do the Children's Fun Fact Science Corner. Usually it's something spoofy off of off of science. And I mean, it was just wild.
It has a Shel Silverstein feeling to it.
Yes, it was very like Where the Sidewalk Ends. And I was like, whoa.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was creepy, I thought.
Yes. Creepy and confusing. The witching happens down below. It sounds like something you would say as a kid, as a rhyme, but if you said it too many times in the dark, someone's going to jump out of a mirror at you or something. You know what I mean? Almost like light as a feather, stiff as a board style.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really like when Joseph writes poetry. It's nice.
Has he ever written you a poem?
He's written me a song, which is,
That's a singing
poetry in
poem.
motion. Yeah.
Yeah.
Poetry of emotion.
I like poetry, guys. I like it. It's a fun thing to write.
Do you write poetry?
I have written some poemy things over time.
Because your stuff is more like your general style is more like essayist, correct?
Yeah, more of an essayist. A monologist / essayist. But there are times, there are certainly neo-futurist plays that I've written that have been poems. Sometimes I like to sometimes use the more sparse style of poetry when creating. I think it's not necessarily poetry, but like kind of borrowing from that and this like using kind of making sure that every word on the page really belongs there and is doing the most work it could possibly be doing, which I think a lot of poetry is like very much efficiency of text, like getting somewhere quickly, the most elegant way possible, which is, a good thing to apply to writing certain styles, especially with the neo-futurist stuff, because it all had to be short. So you really wanted to make sure that you were getting the most bang for your buck, most mileage out of every word and placement of word.
Poetry,
yeah. Spoken word poetry is one of the facets of the neo-futurist theater. It's one of the performance styles that we borrow from. So here I am talking about neo-futurism again. Yes, there's
neo-futurism is deeply rooted in this show as well, like in a way, or the other way around. Like a lot of the people who are involved in this show come from that sort of background. So it's not, I don't think it's outside the realm of possibility that we talk about neo-futurism and how that's had an impact on our artistic, experience. Right?
Neo-futurist day. Yeah, I agree. I think there is a lot of neo-futurist work. And to me, as a person who knows a lot about both of those things, I see them talking to each other, the neo-futurist style into the Night Vale style.
Yeah.
Especially, Jeffrey was a neo-futurist and Joseph was neo-futurist trained, and then also just has watched thousands of hours of neo-futurism because he's a fan of it. And then also his wife was one for many years. So you had to, if he wanted to see her on the weekends, he had to go see her show. So.
And while I am not a neo-futurist myself, I am quite neo-futurist adjacent.
Physically.
Not
to blow up where you live, but.
Because I do live right there. Following the Children's Fun Fact Science Corner, we have an announcement that the Night Vale Airport, which is very small, is now going to be doing international flights. Apparently, they already did to LAX, JFK. I don't know what XTA is. Is that real or no?
It's Area 51.
Oh, that's great. That's great. And then King City, which is not a one that we would know. It's not real, right?
Well, I mean,
in our world, not in Night Vale.
There's a King City, California.
Is there an airport there?
Probably not.
Yeah. But I have actually flown into Burbank.
Yeah.
Yes. It is the easiest to fly in and out
of. It's lovely. It's lovely.
That and Long Beach. They're the hidden gems of Southern California air travel.
They really are. Really love that Burbank, that Bob Hope Airport.
Mm-hmm. But then we also have Mexico, double Mexico, and Schwitz. Cecil has talked about going there, and he was talking later, and then he starts talking about going on vacation, a tropical vacation, and all this stuff. And in typical Cecil fashion, his relationship and things that he wants to do in his life take precedent over the actual news. But we have talked about before that we think that it's a possibility that any of Cecil's overseas travels, I say that with quotation marks, could possibly be just re-education. But now that they've added the site of Schwitz, do we want to think about that again? Or do we still think do we think it's a deep fake? Or do we not think about it at all?
I never trust. I never trust that any planes leave or arrive in Night Vale from anywhere in space and time.
Okay.
I just can't get past things being built at airports because LAX, which is very close to me, I used to live almost literally around the corner from it. I'm fairly close to it now. Has been under construction since it was first built and has not stopped. Now they've taken, I mean, I haven't been there. It'll be an interesting experience when I fly again to see what it's like going to LAX because they were supposed to install a rail system to get around the terminals. Used to be able to drive up. Now you can't pick up there. You have to take shuttles out of the airport to get picked up, to even for ride shares and stuff. I don't know what it's like. I don't know if I wonder if they finished any. I mean, I used to fly pretty regularly, at least like once a month. I was on a plane to somewhere.
Right. Huh.
Oh man, trying to get into LAX in 2019 was impossible. The traffic to get into the airport would back out onto the highway, and you spend 40 minutes from the highway exit just trying to get into the term. I would get out and walk. Like there have definitely been times at LAX where I've been like, well, if I don't get out and walk, then I'm not going to make this flight. So Thank you, Lyft driver. I am going to run from the highway.
Several years ago, there was an active shooter at LAX. And it was a most of the day affair. And Jennifer and I had a flight that evening to go home for my cousin's wedding. And eventually our flight, I mean, the situation was handled, but the airport's in disarray at that point. Nobody's driving into LAX. It's all shut down by police. But because our flight wasn't canceled, we walked into LAX. We got dropped off like a couple of blocks away, and we walked, and it was like the stand. It was just a group of people walking up the ramp and then going over and getting that was such. I took pictures of it just to see, like, this is an empty airport. Like, when will I ever walk this road again? And it was the polar opposite. I mean, it would have been impossible to get in, but it was the polar opposite. I've never seen that airport or any other major airport that empty. Long Beach, I've seen very empty before. Until
the 19th COVID came. Like, I remember when I dropped the tour off at JFK on March 14th of 2020. JFK was completely empty.
Yeah, I think I left a couple days after that. And normally I fly out of LaGuardia because it's closer to where Cecil lives. But I had my flight out of JFK. And JFK from Brooklyn takes, upwards 40 minutes, 45 minutes, hour, depending on the time. It took 20 minutes to get there. And I was in through the thing in like 5 minutes, maybe. There was no wait. I have pre-check, but still, like, it was wild. I'm actually nervous because I've not been on a plane since March 16th, 17th, and this will be my first flight coming up soon. And I'm excited, but I'm also nervous, but it'll be fine. I'm not nervous about contact. I'm just nervous about like what it's going to feel like being in an airport again.
Yeah.
Will it be like riding a bike where you just like pick it up, like, the same old feeling, or
all your airport skills,
right?
Exactly. Will it all kick in? I have a flight in like 7 weeks, and I'm anxious about it.
Yeah,
it's anxiety inducing just because it feels so foreign from having been inside pretty much. I mean, regularly.
Yeah.
Outside of like going for walks and going out to pick stuff up for a year plus.
Well, the great thing is I feel like I've been training for the last, 14 months on wearing a mask for a lengthy amount of time, and a flight. Yeah. My flight is only a couple of hours, and I'm like, I do that more, like double that amount of time every Saturday. when I teach. So it'll be fine. And I've got all sorts of cute masks and face shields. And
yeah, you're fully vaxxed. Everyone on the plane is going to wear everyone on the plane is going to wear a mask, and the ventilation systems on airplanes are very, very good. And there's, you'll be just fine. But I am fully vaxxed, and I went and got a massage the other day, and it's interesting to wear a mask while you're being massaged. And I was like on the table, and because I was on the table, I drooled like a quarter cup of drool into my mask.
Oh, so wet.
Yeah, because it's just like you're so relaxed and you're laying down and you're in a mask. So I got in my car afterwards and I was like, anyway. Welcome to Night Vale, the podcast. So yeah, the woman from Italy comes back, huh? Speaking of travel,
that's right.
Yes,
just a little teaser woman from Italy being like, I still exist and I'm still terrifying. Thanks. On my way. I love that. At this point, 87 episodes into this, we have kind of the cast of horror characters, and
yes,
we just got a little sprinkling of her in. It's cool. I love that when there's like, we kind of build an ensemble of minor characters. Very cool to sprinkle them back in.
Yeah, because you do find, I don't know, sometimes I find some of the greatest joy in some of the most obscure characters. Like in the last episode, the fire chief, Ramona Encarnacion, yes. I always enjoy her stuff. She's always usually like, kids, disgusting, She did in the live show. I thought that was funny. But yes, the woman from Italy is creepy, and you're telling me that there's going to be more from her? Is that what you're saying?
Just like you just forgot.
Right. You did. I mean, because it's just like, you're like, oh, that was a specialty episode or two. Like, it's fine. They'll never come back again. But that's not true.
It all comes back.
Yeah, because they always can. They always can. Especially now that there's, flights coming in from Svitz. Maybe.
On the reg.
Possibly.
Yeah, except
Cecil wants to go somewhere tropical.
They can only have 2 planes at a time, right?
And they have no customs or any sort of infrastructure for international flights. But it's Night Vale, so it doesn't really matter.
Well, maybe it's like those ones where you do the custom stuff on the other side before you get on the plane.
Yeah,
they're just
it definitely points to deep fake. You're right.
Yeah, right? They're just like, yeah, you can leave the country. Not. Remember we used to do jokes like that? You'd be like, such and such a thing. Not.
Yep.
Psych.
Or psych.
That's a good joke. It's so not a good joke, but it somehow works. It's got to be the worst joke that somehow worked in the history of time.
In the history of jokes.
In the history of joke time. So, yeah. So shortly after time, jokes began. When do you think they started making jokes? When do you think that was?
The first recorded joke is from several thousand years BC, and it is basically a your mother joke. These are the things you learn when you write a trivia game for a living. So they were probably already making jokes, but this is the first time someone like wrote it down or like... It's the first recorded, yeah. Chances are before that they had... I'm sure there was some hilarious... Your mother is a woolly mammoth. Yeah. I don't know why they have... Oh! This is how we play the dozens.
I bet that the first jokes were physical comedy.
Sure.
Oh, sure.
Because,
try it.
Yeah.
Try and tell me the first fart ever wasn't funny.
Every fart is funny.
Well, no, the first fart was horrifying. The second fart was funny.
That's right. My mistake.
As soon as you didn't die the first time, whew, the jokes, the laughter to be had.
And then we graduated to your mama brow protrudes so much.
Neanderthal.
She still uses stone tools.
Your mama does.
Left.
Your mama don't even know what a wheel is.
Your mama's so old, her wheels are square.
All right. So we come to our conclusion of the trial of the century. And it's bleak.
I know, the saddest. It's bad.
It's bleak AF.
Yeah.
It's bad. The heads all react in different and sad ways.
Yeah, it's upsetting.
When you even see Gold crack at the end, like, and puke all over the place, like, he's always been like the more politician-y, like the one who had it all together, the spokesman of the heads, as it were. And that part was, I mean, you don't really feel bad for Hiram, like, at all, ever, because you're like, he's a 5-headed dragon, like, and he keeps talking about he's gonna bite you and, like, burn you up and stuff. But then just seeing a injustice like that, regardless of what he's may have done, everyone deserves a free and fair trial. And I was really upset with the way that it turned out. And I hope he escapes and eats all those nasty strangers and burns them up and eats that beagle too.
Yeah, the thing is that Hiram still has, the ability to contribute meaningfully to this society. Right. And that contribution is being snuffed out by a unjust and archaic system. Hiram has a chance to, he can't go back in time and not make the decisions that he made that were definitely wrong, but he could go forward and do something to help the community. But he can't because he's been sentenced to death. Again.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say it. That's fucked. That's fucked.
Yep.
And I don't like it. And I'm mad about it. I'm really mad. And I hope that I am mad for only a short amount of time. And then I listen to another episode and it'll be fine and Hiram will be alive again.
Yeah. I like how the appeals are like, oh, we have after all of the appeals have been thrown out, then we move forward. Because it's like already kind of guilty. The appeals aren't going to matter. That's what the judge is saying.
Right.
Don't love it, you guys. Don't love the justice system in Night Vale.
Do not love.
Or anywhere, really.
No. And for the first trial of Night Vale at all, to end up with one of your citizens being killed by the state, like, come on. So what does that say about who you are as a community? If you can get rid of one of, like, if somebody makes a mistake, you choose to just let them be, first of all, unjustly convicted when they did not have a fair trial because of a jury of their peers. Strangers are not his peers. Hashtag save Hiram.
That's right.
Hashtag save Hiram. And then also I personally am a prison abolitionist, and I don't think the death penalty should exist, and I don't think lots of the punitive measures of the justice system should exist. However, killing the state executing someone who didn't hurt anyone.
Right.
Like no property was damaged, no persons were hurt. It was, it was definitely wrong and breaking of laws, but it was not like you're not meeting fire with fire here.
Right. And poor Violet on top of all of that.
Yeah. An innocent head. What?
No, it just sounds funny. An innocent head.
I know it does. An innocent head. It's also the title of my legal thriller coming this fall from Bantam Books.
Try The Innocent Head.
Oh, good note. You just got a co-writer credit.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks. Anyway, it's an upsetting episode, upsetting turn of events.
Yeah.
Written by Joseph Fink. So Hal, what is it? How is you had mentioned that you wanted to about who wrote who?
I also retracted it because the joke that I was thinking of was in the last episode. But the poetry in this one for me was the giveaway that it was Joseph. Not that Jeffrey is not a poet, but just that style just felt it had a Joseph feel to it.
Yeah, felt like it had the Joseph influence of the kind of the Shel Silverstein, R.L. Stein sort of
yes,
creepy.
R.L. Stein, my goodness.
R.L. Stein was my shit when I was a young adult reader. Oh my God. I love being scared. I loved spooky books, and R.L. Stein was my fucking jam, dude.
Good covers too. Really good covers on those
Very
Goosebumps
good.
books. The Goosebumps font is so dope.
It is a signature font, isn't it?
Yeah.
Of pop culture.
Spooky. You knew it's going to be spooky.
Font.
Spoops.
It's the official font of the millennial generation. Up next, we hear from fans and friends of the podcast. But first, a conversation about this episode's weather, which was Cocaine by Holy Moly. Cocaine.
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 First of all, I loved it. But I do love, hey, I've been through some things in my life. I do enjoy a little bit of cocaine.
A little booger sugar. Little stripper salt.
A little disco dust. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. This was a great song. I thought it was really fun. It put a smile on my face. And I thought it was those almost 70s style movies. It made me think very much of Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, which is not a 70s movie, but it was taking place during another time where people like that would be on the cocaine. I just really loved it. It was really fun. Can you tell us a little bit about Holy Moly?
I couldn't find too much because their website is no longer functioning. However, they're still totally a band. They're on the musician's hiatus that has been the year 2020.
Right.
But hopefully they will be back out playing shows again. They're from Texas-based.
Nice.
They are self-described as grasshopper cowpunk, but essentially a country punk folk hybrid is how I would describe their music. And I like their band name a lot, Holy Moly. It's tough because it doesn't have the SEO capability. As you search Holy Moly and you're not going to find them. But Holy Moly is just a really great expression.
Yeah. Although I immediately go to Holy Guacamole.
Yeah.
That's
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that at all. I just, that's immediately where my brain goes. But yes, I do enjoy, while I am not a country fan per se, I do enjoy the crossover of country and rock, and kind of like bands like that.
Like rockabilly? Or swamp rock? Like CCR?
Like,
sort of. I mean, it's more rock.
Jason
Creed's Clearwater is great, but I think I'm thinking of what's
Chris Gaines,
or it's kind of like Southern rocker brother type people. God, what is that song?
Leonard Skinner.
Leonard
Skinner. Yes. I think of that sort of thing.
Sure.
Skinnered, man.
I like country music. There's not a type of music that I really don't like. But yeah, I have to say, I'm a country person.
After Cocaine and Rhinestones, season 1, season 2 coming soon.
Should be out maybe by the time this episode is out.
That got me deep into country music, and then I became a big Buck Owens fan. And then last year for my pre-Pando birthday, we went up to Kernville, California, which on the way you stop in Bakersfield, which is the home of Buck Owens' Crystal Palace.
Oh.
So we went there and watched a band perform, and they did a little bit of Buck Owens music. And then there was a whole group of people from out of town for some convention, and they were all I think it was a line dancing convention, and they were line dancing. And then Jennifer got up and line danced with them, and I almost fell out of my seat. I was so shocked because I'd never seen her line dance or talk about having line dance before.
But I bet she was like really good at it.
She's great. She was great.
That's awesome.
And it was a joy. The whole weekend was wonderful. This being places.
My
You're going to
experience
go
with
places again. I know you are.
Soon.
You are. It's
Soon.
going to happen.
Hashtag soon.
I think my experience with country music has always been more leaning towards the poppier side of country or crossover versions of country personally. Mm-hmm. But like, I love me a Shania. Obviously the queen, the icon, the legend, Dolly motherfucking Parton.
Oh my God, yes.
She is a goddess, and I love her music.
I love her vaccines. I love her music.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I got that Dolly juice flowing through my veins right now.
She's a wonderful person, and I wish nothing but the best for Dolly Parton. And I also enjoy her musicianship. There's lots of people. I do know a couple Dierks Bentley songs. What the heck? But I like that song. What's that one? I don't know who wrote it, but that All My Exes Live in Texas. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
None of my exes live in Texas.
I have 0 exes that live in Texas as well.
If you have an ex that lives in Texas, please write in.
Hashtag it me in the email that you write in.
Hashtag exes in Texas. But yeah, I mean, I enjoy the variety that is music, and labels sometimes people don't know where to put bands because they kind of fit in the middle of genres, as it were. But I enjoy all sorts. I think there can be good songs no matter what kind of music you play,
Yeah. Wasn't that what we're doing, making art in a postmodern world where everything is a hybrid of something else. Everything comes from something before it. So we can only build something new by using the pieces of the old. So that's how you get things like Grasshopper Cowpunk. And what was the hop along with the last episode is acoustic freak folk solo. So freak funk, acoustic freak funk. So yeah, you get all sorts of cool stuff. You got your acid jazz rockabilly.
Yeah.
Do you know what you get when you combine fan reactions and theories with Italian food?
What? How?
You get a fan zone
Faninis?
calzone. No,
Okay.
no potatoes. No. That's just a sandwich with grill marks across it.
Stay right there. Good Morning Night Vale will return after a brief break.
We're in the fan zone calzone. We're digging deep.
In the Fanini.
The steam is rising, but we're not afraid. We're going right in. We're not panini.
You're not in the Fanini?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm not going to fanini. The fanini. We'll do a mini fanini at some point. But this is a calzone. We got a lot to... Well, this is sort of a fanini.
We'll do the Fanini on Patreon, okay?
Yeah, the fanini's for Patreon. This is the fan zone calzone. And M writes, hey there. Long-time listener, first-time emailer. After listening to you guys talk about the possible benefits of AI juries on episode 80, A New Sheriff in Town, I thought that I could share some AI facts to explain why we may not be there yet when it comes to robot juries. I say this as a student of data science whose research focuses on data and morality. Also, I listened to this episode right after watching a Google talk about the book How Humans Judge Machine. Conspiracy? I think not. First things first, an AI jury would definitely be biased. As computers and AI are developed by humans, they will reveal and maybe exacerbate our biases. A common example of this is facial recognition software used in a police context that ends up racially profiling individuals. Even giving the benefit of the doubt that the program itself may not have been written with that outcome in mind, we all have our biases and they bleed onto everything we do. And since society is racist, data is also likely to be unconsciously biased. And there is an actual site. This is cited.
Damn.
Furthermore, the findings of the book aforementioned show that overall humans don't trust machines and judge them more harshly when they do a mistake. Also, who's responsible if a machine is unfair? Legally speaking, discrimination is illegal, and in theory, those convicted of discrimination face consequences. But a machine can't pay a fine or serve time in prison. How would you deal with that? Overall, AI is cool, terrifying, and something that we need to think about very carefully. It is also a reflection of humanity, so any hope that it will not be subject to our biases is naive. Anyway, love the show and just thought I could share my 2 cents on something I understand a bit about. Have a great day. M, she, her. Well, M, that is fascinating, and you know a lot of it more than any of us do.
Totally.
So we are strong and wrong in the belief that an AI jury would be cool for now. But it is terrifying.
I think it's an excellent point. I also love the kind of cross beams of science and ethics.
Yeah.
I think it's really interesting. And I think as our society continues to integrate technology into our everyday lives, especially now after the panoply, there's so much more. There's so much more technology that we're using every day to communicate with each other, and that are in all of everything we do. So examining that from not just a functionality standpoint, but from a bias standpoint, I think is super important. So thank you so much for bringing that up. And AI is cool and it is terrifying, but it is something we need to think about very carefully. I think that's an appropriate warning. And so true. That it's why does Faye sound like Melanie? Because it's Melanie's voice. So the creator of the AI is going to bring themselves and their biases to whatever they end up making.
True.
We can't run from ourselves in technology because we are the technology. There's nowhere safe. Okay. Thank you, Eb. All right. We hear from Angelica. Angelica writes, my friend and I have reached an epiphany that the planes that disappear in the Bermuda Triangle or other places planes and boats disappear end up in Night Vale. Hence, why you have planes that come into the Night Vale airport that are a complete surprise to both the pilot and air traffic control. A loyal fan, Angelica.
Angelica.
Love it.
You right.
Yep. It makes sense.
The Bermuda Triangle, as a child, that was something that was very frightening to me that has not come up in my adult life at all.
Yeah. Have you ever been to Bermuda?
No.
Me either.
Me neither. Yeah.
Which I guess that solves that problem for me.
There are plenty of sunny beaches to visit.
Yeah.
Without worrying about triangles.
I think I'd like to go. I mean, why not? I'm not.
I'm sure the people of Bermuda are lovely.
Yeah. I kind of thought that I would have to encounter that space more than I have. And at this point, we're pretty well-traveled people, right?
Yeah.
Like, we've been places.
We've flown all over places.
Who says we haven't?
I ain't never been lost, not once. Except maybe one time we did go through it, and one of us or all of us ended up in this world where Donald Trump became president.
Oh no! You think that happened during a flight?
We're through the triangle. Are you through the triangle, listener? Dear listener?
Join us for our new after show, Through the Triangle.
Through the Triangle. Where someone ate a pangolin, and now we all live inside.
Oh.
Well,
sorry, I was going to say the other day, whenever I'm out on a run or whatever, and I see a turtle in the road, I pick it up and move it in the direction it's going because I don't want it to get hit by a car in the road.
Yeah.
So I was picking one up the other day and just kind of used my sweatshirt as the glove by which
Yeah.
to pick up the turtle. And I put it down. I took it out of the road, put it down on the side of the road. And then I was like, oh no, did I just invent a new coronavirus by touching this turtle? So if you're a scientist, could you let me know if that's okay? I got home, I took my sweatshirt off, I put it right in the wash. Am I going to invent a new coronavirus by trying to keep the turtles out of the road? If you could. Thank you for your time.
I'm pretty sure any scientist is going to tell you you have. Thanks everyone for joining us and sending in your queries and questions. Our next episode is Things Fall Apart. But until that episode, feel free to take a look at our Patreon at patreon.com/Good Morning Night Vale. And as always, good morning, Night Vale. Good morning.
Good Morning Night Vale is a Night Vale Presents production. It is hosted by Symphony Sanders, Hal Lublin, and Meg Bashwiner. It is edited and mixed by Vincent Cacchione. It is produced by Meg Bashwiner. Theme music by Disparition. Special thanks to our fans who submitted their thoughts this week. Leave us a voicemail at 929-277-2050 or email us at info@goodmorningnightVale.com. to share your theories and ask questions, or to explain why the construction happening on a house a quarter of a mile down the road from me sounds like it's happening in my office. This show is powered by our patrons, like Sean Havery, Jen Rigler, James Lee, Brian Sullivan, and John Peterson. The Patreon. If you're interested in supporting this show in exchange for lots of fun, exclusive, insider, hyper-cool content like ad-free episodes, check us out at patreon.com/goodmorningnightVale. For more info on this show, go to goodmorningnightVale.com and follow us on Facebook and on Twitter at Night Vale Chat. Special thanks to Joella Knapp, Jeffrey Craner, and Joseph Fink. The calzone ingredient of the week is a reminder that the smell of permanent marker is only temporary, so savor it while you can.